Our next guest tonight is making his network television debut this evening. He is a very talented stand-up comedian and can be seen this weekend in San Francisco at a place called Cobb's Pub. Folks, please welcome to the show, Drake Sather.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. It's nice to be here. New York's great. I know it has its drawbacks, though. You ever been walking around Manhattan, just minding your own business, then find you're leading a gay lesbian pride march? Yeah. I'm a little tired of that. I like the women in New York. They're kind of suspicious, though. Spent the day with this girl. Asked her back to my place. She said, "Well, you're not a rapist, are you?" Well, I was never actually convicted. But close enough. I was reading the New York Post today. Was it the Post? No. No, Hustler is what it was. I get those mixed up. See, 7-Eleven has stopped selling Penthouse and Playboy? That's a bad sign, and we start looking to 7-Elevens for moral guidance. Yeah, I'll have a Slurpee, and where do you think I should stand on the death penalty? Yeah. Wanted to check with you guys first. I visited my parents recently. Kind of sad. I mean, my dad's getting older, and I know this because when he drives me someplace, I have an urge to cram his foot down on the gas pedal. Instead, I just hint. It's like, gee, Dad, it looks like people are passing us on both sides, and they appear to be walking. Isn't that something? It's incredible. Yeah, my dad raised us by the book. Unfortunately, that book was The Shining, and... When I was a teenager, I used to come home smelling like smoke. My mother'd say, "You been smoking cigarettes again?" I'd lie and say yes, because I didn't want to know the real reason I smelled like smoke, you know. Arson. I have a girlfriend now. Her name is Lotion. It's actually her name. The other day she said, "You never listen to me. Every time I talk to you, you just tune me out." At least I think that's what she said. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to her, you know. It's better than my last girlfriend. My last girlfriend is always clinging to me in public. Yeah. Be walking down the street, she'd be digging her nails into my arm. She was blind, but she had a cane. I just hate that kind of dependency in a woman. And, But my present girlfriend, Lotion, she's so into her clothing. Her attention to detail is incredible. It's like, "Drake, should I wear my blouse like this? Or like this?" Yeah, well, you're going to have to call one of your friends for that one. You have to be born with that kind of knowledge. I hate shopping for clothes, and, well, I think that's pretty obvious by now, but, oh, that's not that funny, but thank you. Have you seen the no shoplifting signs in the dressing rooms? These things just remind me to shoplift. That's right, I could steal this, couldn't I? Yeah. Grocery shopping is just as weird, though, especially at these mega supermarkets, where if you stand at one end, you can't see the other end because of the curvature of the earth. Bought some rice cakes the other day. Oh, what a taste treat these are, huh? Actually, rice cakes aren't bad if you put enough frosting on them. We now have wieners with chili inside them. Yeah, these are gross. I don't think food should have guts. That's just a little rule with me. Filled out a job application last week. They wanted the name and address of every school I ever went to. It's like, well, I see you studied medicine at the University of Washington. Did you graduate? Yeah, I'm a doctor. I just want to wash dishes to help me relax. And you get these great questions like, why do you want to work here, Mr. Sather? You always give him some ridiculous answer like, well, I've always admired the Burger King chain. While you're saying this, you're thinking, why do I want to work here? Because I'm a loser? I don't know. Let's work it out together, huh? Another good one is, what do you see yourself doing 10 years from today? Well, let me check my appointment book for that one. Here we are, November 19th, 1996. I'm free that day. So if you want to schedule me, I don't see any conflict there. My favorite question, though, is what foreign languages do you speak or write fluently? What, is there a chance I'll be transferred to Germany to do some dishes? It's kind of a dishwasher exchange program we got going here. Thank you very much. You've been wonderful.
Oh, hi. Welcome back to the show. Nice job, Drake. Very funny
Thank you very much.
Is your girlfriend's name actually Lotion?
Yeah, it really is. We live together. And we've been toying with the idea of getting married. We looked at some engagement rings.
Yeah?
A lot of beautiful rings for women. And then they brought out some rings for men. And for him, something ugly. Oh, a miniature dump truck.
All right. Well, we'll be right back again. Okay, my thanks to Carl Reiner and Dick Enberg and Drake Sather, who will be appearing this weekend at Cobb's Pub in San Francisco. Tomorrow, John Lithgow and Billy Crystal. Thank you, folks. Good night, everybody. Our next guest tonight is a very funny gentleman. He made his network television debut on this program a few months ago. He can be seen in person on March 27th and 28th at the Hilarities Comedy Club in Cleveland. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Drake Sather.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Boy, had a nice day today. I went to the Museum of Modern Art. It's incredible. Yeah, just being in a place like that made me realize that there's way too much art in this world, and I think a lot of it should be destroyed. Yeah. Yeah, got mugged on the bus. The bus driver said, don't worry about it. We've got it all on videotape. Thinking, oh, great. Now I can relive this special moment. Such a liberal city. On my street, someone's tacked up these handbills that say, stop bombing El Salvador. Who are these for? I'm not bombing El Salvador. I don't think my neighbors are. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe they just say they're going jogging, huh? I went to my first strip show on 42nd Street. I had a great time. I think every guy has to go to one of these shows. And there's only so many times you can walk by a sign that says beautiful naked women and say to yourself, well, that's not for me. No, I'd much rather go in this Radio Shack here. A little upset I missed Jeopardy. Yeah, I love Jeopardy. Last week I watched Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune back to back. A slight difference in the quality of the contestants on these shows, don't you think? Jeopardy's like, let's meet Robert. Robert's a research scientist and in his spare time enjoys building brains. Wheel of Fortune's a different story. It's like, let's meet our champion, John. John is fascinated by small, shiny objects. Jeopardy makes you feel stupid because the questions are so hard, and Wheel of Fortune makes you feel stupid because, well, you know, you're watching it, right? I also enjoy entertainment tonight. I was watching that. Could someone please help Lucille Ball with her lipstick? Yeah. It's called lipstick for a reason. It's not face stick. No, but then I'm not an expert. But I ate at Burger King today. Always a treat. Yeah. They have a sign up in there. It says, please keep your stay to less than 45 minutes. It bummed me out real bad. After I'm done lingering over my Whopper, I like to lounge around on that comfortable furniture. Yeah. Before I left Seattle, my parents took me out to an Italian restaurant, and my mother's hair caught on fire from the candle on the table. She had so much gel and hairspray in it, it didn't burn like hair. It was more like a Presto log, actually. Which was nice that my father could read the menu without his glasses. Had about 2 bites of some horrible spaghetti. The waitress said, "You didn't eat very much? Do you want me to wrap it up for you?" Thinking, yeah, I don't like it now, but I think if you were to put it in a styrofoam container, then I were to leave it in my car overnight, yeah, then I think I'll want it. Yeah, that's probably the extra touch it needs right there. Yeah. But I've taken up smoking again. I'm pretty happy about that. I smoked way too many cigarettes today. I know this because at lunch I had a stroke. Yeah. I smoke Marlboros in the crush-proof box, you know, which is handy. In case I'm ever in an accident where I am crushed, you know, I can have a cigarette afterwards. Yeah, I pride myself on thinking ahead like that. Made the mistake of lighting up a cigarette in front of my father. He says, "Why don't you just put a loaded gun to your head and pull the trigger?" Thinking, "Dad, you know, I would, but I just don't think I get that same nicotine rush from a bullet." Yeah. Thanks for the suggestion, though. I visited my parents. Every time I visit my parents, the thermostat is turned up higher in their house. It's getting so hot in there, the cat has shed all its fur. Yeah. This has this dry pink skin, you know, we apply moisturizer, but... And I'm feeling good these days. You know, I have a girlfriend. Her name is Lotion, and that's her name. She's really into fashion. She loves her clothing. She's very protective of her little outfits. We'll be walking around. She'll go, "Look at that bitch over there. She's got my outfit on exactly." Hey, God, relax, honey. You know, she's just a bag lady. The other day, she called me a quitter. I just walked away, you know. I don't need that kind of attitude in my life, you know. Yeah. And she said, "Drake, you never make me climax." I said, "Look, I don't make anybody do anything. That's your little project from now on, okay? I got my own climaxes to worry about here, all righty? Thank you very much. It's been fun. Thank you.
Okay, Drake will be at Hilarities, right? Yeah. March 27th and 28th in Cleveland. And thanks for being here. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
My thanks also to the lovely and talented Riquette and Bob Costas, the lovely and talented Bob Costas. Tomorrow, Catherine Harold, Lionel Hampton, and Stupid Peppers. Good night, everybody. Our next guest is a very funny gentleman who will be performing at the Bumbershoots. We have to do something about the names of these clubs. Bumbershoots in Seattle on September 4th. That's September 4th at Bumbershoots. You got to be embarrassed to go in there, don't you? Nonetheless, a very funny gentleman. Please welcome back to this program, Drake Sather. Drake.
Thank you so much. How you doing? Good. Does this thing clash with my outfit? I think it does, but it's good to be here, probably because I spent the day on Greyhound today, yeah. Biggest underachievers in the world are on Greyhound. I mean, just the fact that you're on Greyhound, you're admitting you don't have to be anywhere for a really long time. And of course, Greyhound has a slogan, "Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us." I guess that separates them from the other bus companies where the passengers take turns at the wheel. Yeah. Went on a date the other night. She refused to go to bed with me. She said I had an adolescent attitude towards sex. I just looked at her. I said, "You're wrong. And furthermore, if you don't go to bed with me, I'm going to tell everyone you're a lesbo." think there's a connection between fragrance and sexual attraction, though. You have to be careful how you use it. 'Cause remember last year I had a string of bad relationships, and I realized the cologne I was wearing was called a low self-esteem psycho bitch. Yeah. Okay. Kind of a surprise applause there, but thanks. No, it's good to be here. My family's going nuts these days. My sister had a baby, which is nice. Babies have it made, don't they? Well, they're kind of fat and funny looking, yet everyone just loves the hell out of them. Yeah, you never see anyone walk away from a newborn saying, God, what a jerk. What an annoying person that infant is. Don't even talk to him. Yeah, babies are kind of fat, but they don't diet. I mean, let's face it, if you're an infant, you lose 5 or 6 pounds, you're gone. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful with the crash baby diets. Yeah. If I teach you just one thing, let it be that. But, yeah, for the most part, I was raised by women, you know, which was nerve-wracking because, you know, I kept missing my period. Yeah. You know how that can be, I know. But I wasn't raised religiously at all. I don't understand these people who have to go to church every week. These people strike me as being slow learners. I keep forgetting. What is that? Jesus bad, Satan good? How does that work again? I'm confused. I'll be back next week. I'm sorry. I just said that. This is my folks recently. Remember when I was in high school? I had girlfriends. Sometimes they'd spend the night. This made my dad really angry. One time I overheard him say to my mother, oh, sure, he gets to sleep with but when I do it, it's disgusting. That was Pops. My dad's one of these guys, when he eats, he always gets food on his face. We all get food on our face at one point or another, but we feel it and then we remove it. You know, but my father, I don't know, maybe he has no nerve endings in his face, because it just stays there like stucco or something. The other night he had mashed potato way over here. And we hadn't had mashed potato in, gosh, yeah. Finally, he took out his handkerchief, wiped his mouth, missed the food completely. Then a white thread from the handkerchief came off onto his upper lip. Yeah. One minute he was my dad, the next an abstract sculpture of some kind. My grandmother was at this meal, you know, the food-faced meal. And then she's pretty mellow now. When I was little, she had a mean streak. She used to come up to me and say, you think I'm old and ugly, don't you? Well, someday you're going to look just like me. That scared me, because yeah, I didn't want big sagging breasts. Yeah. That's a pretty scary thought for a little boy, you know. I just wanted to have my period and then move on, you know. I didn't have to have it all. But thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
The one and only hit for the group, am I right?
Ides of March, vehicle, that is correct.
Yeah.
One hit group. That is correct, sir.
Drake, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are things?
It's great. I love being here. It's so cool meeting Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Some of these guys everyone loves, don't you think? Well, I guess me, but, you know, he's one of those guys everyone likes, you know, which is kind of scary, because generally these are the guys who later turn out to be the Antichrist, I found. You know,
The guys that everybody likes?
yeah, well, it's kind of sneaky that way, you know, but I guess not. But, yeah. Ask me anything.
So where do you live now?
I live in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Do you live there? No, you don't live. That'd be a long commute for you.
It'd be maddening every day, yeah.
Yeah.
I have
I live
a
in
trailer
LA.
in Wisconsin, and that's killing me, driving in and out of it.
L.A.'s cool. L.A. went crazy about this harmonic convergence thing.
Sure.
Did you hear about that?
And I slept right through it.
Did you? Yeah. Well, I guess it's the end of the Mayan calendar. Was a couple weeks ago. So I guess all Mayan calendars are now 50% off at the bookstores.
He'll, in Seattle at the Bumbershoots on...
Actually, Bumbershoot.
Oh, well, that's much
Just
better
a
than
festival.
Bumbershoot in Seattle on September 4th. Thanks for being here. We'll
Thank you.
pause and come on back, folks.
Hotel accommodations for most guests of Late Night with David Letterman, furnished by the Berkshire Place and Omni Classic Hotel in exchange for this announcement. For reservations at Omni Hotels in the U.S. and Europe, call toll-free 800 the Omni.
Go now. Greg, nice to see you again. Thanks for being here. My thanks also to Michael Caine and CZ Guest. Tomorrow on the show, Sean Young and the Lady and Her Chimps and Jerry Seinfeld. Thanks, everybody. Good night.